This video is about the geopolitics of the El Palenque site in Oaxaca, Mexico, which I believe is an amazing candidate for the lands of King Noah as described in the Book of Mormon. And I'll be using Lance Weaver's North American Archaeology Explorer, which he created, and it's pretty cool, pretty fun to play with, so check out the link in the description. You can take a look at that. So here we're looking at Mexico. And here's in the model the land of Nephi, and then up here would be the land of Zarahemla, and then this would be the river Sidon. All of these are really good matches, but I'm not going into them. I'm going to focus on the land of Nephi, because that is where El Palenque is, or the land of Shalom, however you want to say it, and Lehi Nephi. So here's Monte Alban. This would have been controlled by the Lamanites. This would have been the original city of Nephi. And then down here, this is the Tilcajete area, or where the El Palenque palace is. This would be the land of Shalom and the land of Lehi Nephi, the city of Lehi Nephi. And so let's take a look at this and see just how well this fits, because the geopolitics and the archaeology fit amazingly well. Okay, so this is the Valley of Oaxaca. If we look at a map that the archaeologists have made of this area during the period 300 to 100 BC, we can see with this bolded line that this is the area that the Monte Alban state controlled. Now, they were expansionists, so they expanded into here, over here. They obviously controlled Monte Alban. They expanded down here, but during this period they could not conquer Tilcajete. Okay, this area where I believe these events took place, and that is an amazing match with the Book of Mormon. Monte Alban, according to this dotted line, you see this is the area that they conquered. This is the area that Monte Alban conquered after 100 BC, so in the next period. And Tilcajete was part of it. They completely expanded into this whole area, but before about 100 BC they couldn't do it. And that fits perfectly. The timeline is perfect with the Book of Mormon, where the people of Zeniff and King Noah and Limhi, they lived in this area, although the Lamanites were all around them and expanding, and they tried many times to fight against them. They couldn't conquer them for whatever reason. Okay, so let's take a look at that. So let's say that you are the Lamanite king, and you are headquartered in Monte Alban, the original city of Nephi. Sorry. Yeah, that's better. Okay, so you would have lived up here, and if we turn into the 3D mode and we turn towards El Palenque, we can see, oh gosh, there it is. That El Palenque, like the hill that it was on, was visible from Monte Alban. So Monte Alban's up here, and El Palenque is on the other side of this hill. Okay, so if you were the king and you wanted to attack El Palenque, then you could have come through here. Okay, you could have come across this valley and climbed up this hill right here and gone over the top of it. Oh man, sorry, technical difficulties. Could have gone over the top of that hill. Sorry, that's where it is. And then you would have to come over here to El Palenque. So you'd come over the top of this hill from Monte Alban, come up this hill, and then attack right there. Or another way would have been to go from Monte Alban and kind of follow this river, the river Toyac, I believe it's called, and come around this way and attack them that way. Okay. It would have been hard to go over the hill. It's pretty steep, but this was a less steep part, and this obviously wasn't very steep, but then you'd have to kind of climb up this way. Now, if you did get that far, then you'd have to deal with the actual location of the city. So if we zoom in on that, here it is. In the previous video I showed how to find this. This would be the temple, and the big King Noah Palace would have been right here. Now once you get to this city, and there are walls all around it, you would have had to climb up to it. As you see, there's kind of this ravine right here, and there's another one up here, and you would have to climb up no matter where you came from, whether you came from the valley side or you came from over the top of the hill over here. You still would have had to climb up to get to that city. And so this could have been one reason why it was so hard to conquer, because they could have really defended that city. And we actually see in one of the stories in Mosiah 9 that the people of Zeniff flee to the city of Nephi, or the city of Lehi Nephi, for protection, and Zeniff was able to protect them at that spot. So it's in a really good location. So yeah, that's it.